Welcome to Insightful Gaming. Today, we're jumping into the top stratagems to use in your early game from level 1 to level 10. Make sure you hit like, smash that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell to keep up with all Helldivers related content. Alright, let's dive in. In Helldivers 2, you get this super cool ability called Orbital Barrage right from the start, and it comes in 3 flavors: Gatling, 120mm, and 380mm. Each one is made for different fights. Got a bunch of small enemies? There's a barrage for that. Need to blow up a huge boss? There's a barrage for that too. The 120mm is awesome for taking out groups and destroying buildings, while the 380mm can make a huge boom, perfect for the really tough guys. The trick is to know when and how to use each one to get the best bang for your buck. This thing eats up resources and takes a while to get ready again, so you gotta use it at just the right moment. And watch out for accidentally blowing up your buddies, especially with the ones that go boom. Orbital Barrage is for those who love making big plans and stirring up trouble without getting their hands dirty. It's a game changer for controlling areas or handling crowds of enemies. But if you're all about getting up close and personal or need to keep moving, this might not be your style, especially if you're worried about friendly fire. When you reach level 10 in Helldivers 2, you get this awesome tool called the Shield Generator Relay. It's a game changer for any squad. This gadget pops up a big energy shield that keeps enemy bullets and blasts from hitting you for a bit. Super useful for when you need to stay in one spot or get through tough spots. It blocks surprise attacks and weaker enemies. Plus, it charges up pretty fast, so you can use it over and over again during long missions. This shield bubble sticks around for 30 seconds. You get access to it at level 10 in the engineering bay, and it's perfectly timed because you won't really need it early in the game. But once you start running missions that involve robots, having this stratagem becomes essential. In short, the Shield Generator Relay is a must-have for when you're up against enemies that fire back, boosting your squad's ability to survive when things get tough. Another one of my favorite is the Rocket Sentry, and this is an honorable mention as this is unlocked at level 15. It's a powerhouse for dishing out non-stop damage, perfect for holding enemies back while you bring teammates back into the fight, complete mission goals, or move to a better spot. It shines against big crowds or tough bosses, fits in great with hit and run strategies, and provides cover fire when you're pulling back. But remember, it has its limits. The Rocket Sentry works best against targets that are close by and stays put once you set it up, making it a bit of a sitting duck. It gobbles up a lot of resources and isn't the best choice for dealing with fast-moving or distant enemies, so you've got to think carefully about when to use it. Even with these minor downsides, this sentry can really turn your missions into a walk in the park. Moving on to the next jewel in our arsenal, let's talk about the guard dog Rover. This piece of tech could totally change your approach to the game, depending on your playstyle and the challenges you're up against. The Rover excels at picking off nearby enemies, easing the pressure during fights and taking down the less tough opponents. It's particularly effective against armored foes, giving you an edge when breaking through tough defenses. There's also another variant simply known as the guard dog, which fires regular bullets that can stagger enemies, adding another layer of strategy to your gameplay. The guard dog Rover is an essential grab. Whether you're going solo or playing in a team, it's a game changer in any scenario. This stratagem gives you a drone equipped with a laser rifle that automatically targets and attacks enemies, all while following you wherever you go. When it runs out of juice, the guard dog Rover simply heads back to your backpack to recharge, and it does so pretty quickly. This feature makes it incredibly handy for continuous support during missions. Though the cooldown time is quite lengthy, it's well worth the wait. I have been using it since level 10. Jumping into another stratagem, which is one of my early game favorites, the Machine Gun Sentry. This automated weapon packs a serious punch, offering heavy firepower that's perfect for controlling enemy crowds and holding back major threats. It's available in 2 versions, the standard Machine Gun Sentry and the more powerful Gatling Sentry, which we'll dive into shortly. The best part? You can deploy both versions at the same time, providing unmatched firepower that's fantastic for any mission. Putting it in the wrong spot could accidentally hurt your team, so you've got to be careful. If you're all about playing defense and keeping control of areas, the Sentry gun is right up your alley. But if you're someone who likes to stay mobile and prefers fast-paced action, it might not be your cup of tea. Trying it out in various missions will help you see how it meshes with your playstyle, really showing off Helldivers 2's emphasis on customizing strategies to fit both your team's dynamics and your own likes. Now, onto the Gatling Sentry. This one's a bit of a double-edged sword, with benefits and downsides that depend a lot on how you like to play and what the situation calls for. It unleashes a relentless barrage of bullets, shredding through enemy ranks and bosses with ease, marking it as a powerhouse when it comes to dishing out damage. It really shines when you're up against swarms of lesser enemies, creating a no-go zone for any adversary bold enough to try and cross through its bullet hailstorm. And a big plus with this heavy hitter is that it doesn't pose a risk to your teammates as long as nobody walks directly into its line of fire. The Gatling gun is perfect for those who lean heavily into offensive strategies and for teams looking to punch through thick enemy formations or hold down tight spots. Moving on, the Stalwart Machine Gun deserves a spotlight, especially in the early stages of the game. This gun excels in both close and medium-range combat, striking a solid balance between fire rate, damage output, and ease of control. A standout feature is its lack of an overheating mechanic, allowing you to lay down continuous fire without the need to stop and cool off. Being accessible early in the game, it's an excellent choice for a starter weapon, giving players a reliable option for a wide range of combat scenarios. Yet, when it's time to deliver the heaviest blows, particularly against armored targets, the Stalwart may not hit as hard as some of the beefier weapons available. Also, for those long-range engagements, it might not be the top choice due to its accuracy tapering off with distance. Despite these points, the Stalwart is celebrated for its reliability and versatility, making it a strong choice for both newcomers and veterans of the game. The Stalwart is particularly suited for players seeking a weapon that performs well across different scenarios and is straightforward to master. Whether you're in search of a versatile firearm capable of managing a wide array of combat challenges, or you're new to the game and in need of a dependable option, the Stalwart stands out as an excellent choice. The next essential stratagem to discuss is the Napalmn Strike, available from level 5. In Helldivers 2, summoning an Napalmn airstrike means you unleash a huge blaze across the battlefield. This isn't about pinpoint strikes on single targets, it's about engulfing a broad swath in flames, deterring enemy advances and incinerating any foes daring enough to cross the fiery barrier. This tactic is perfect for eliminating large groups of enemies simultaneously, softening up the more formidable ones, or creating impassable barriers to control movement on the battlefield. However, it's crucial to be mindful of your team's position to avoid friendly fire. Deploy it when you aim to assert complete control over a specific area, but keep in mind its limitations and frequency of use, and the importance of steering clear of harming your teammates. The next one on the list, and my personal favorite, is the Mortar Sentry. This long-range support option excels in delivering continuous damage and maintaining control over a designated area. It's particularly effective thanks to its high splash damage, making it ideal for dispersing large enemy groups or damaging structures. One of its standout features is the ability to place it behind walls or buildings, as it can bypass obstacles that would normally block its line of sight. Available from level 8, the Mortar Sentry is yet another indispensable stratagem you'll want to have in your arsenal. That wraps up our session for today. If you enjoyed the rundown, don't forget to hit that like button hard, subscribe for more awesome content, and ring that notification bell to make sure you're always up to date on the gaming tips and tricks that matter most to you. Until our next adventure, keep on gaming, and I'll catch you in the next video.